Now, those questions are fair. Now, reality is radio advertising is never going to work for him, right? It's almost impossible to track. And, you know, radio stations will fill a business owner's head full of shit about the audience. And I mean, honestly, have you ever stopped at a set of traffic lights and called an ad that you heard on the radio?
No.
Nah, not going to fucking happen, right? Unless it's to enter some competition, you know. So nada on the radio advertising ever again. His newspaper ads probably going to be the typical bullshit that you see, right?
Yeah.
When you, and now he may have the ad there for you to have a look at, but even if he doesn't, ask him what size was the ad, right? How much did the ad cost you? What was the position of the ad? What page was it on typically? Were you left side or right side? Were you above the fold? Because those sort of things he probably would never even think to insist on being in the early part of the newspaper, being on a right side page and being above the fold. Why? Because no one ever tells them. Right. So in newspaper advertising, I'm not sure if I've been through this with you before, is that you pay a loading depending on your position. So, example, when I used to run my ads in Australia, in the community newspapers, they weren't like massively thick, but, you know, probably, if I had to guess, 35, 40 pages, maybe 50, whatever, right? It wasn't 150 pages. Page 3 used to cost 50% more. Pages 7 were 35% more. Pages 9 and 11 were 20% more, and then it was just sort of wherever, you know. So typically, you know, when I go to any publication to look at running an ad, I would say, well, what's your loaded pages rates, you know, because you pay a loading premium for a reason, because you increase eyeballs on the advert.
Right.
Right. So, you know, like imagine you get newspaper now and you flip over, well, your eye's drawn to the right side on the top. Well, that's where you want your fucking ad if you can afford it, right? Or flip over, you know, left. You don't never want to go on the left side. You know, sometimes front page is worthwhile. You know, or if you're running an ad to do a sports, well, it might be an idea to put it in the sports section. The only time I would vary from that, from my own circumstances, was when I was running an advert in the business and franchising section, which was a lift out, which ran every quarter in my state's major Sunday newspaper.
Okay.
Because that's specific to business and franchising, and that's a $4,500 advert, right?
Okay.
Every other time, pay the premium. So there's a lot of little things, you know, like anything, it's the ad's got to stand out.